Rashod Bateman, wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens, sat down with the guys from the Ravens Lounge podcast today and dropped some absolute gems. Let's get to it. I am Love Raynell. This is Chopping It Up with Love. We all know Bateman is a man of very few words, so when he sits down to speak, we all typically tune in for the tea. Well, I do anyway. I love the tea. And today he did not disappoint. First off, he spoke so highly of his mom. As a man, that grew up with his mom, with a single mom, to speak so highly of her, which a lot of athletes do, because moms, we're the one, but most athletes do. But he gave her mad crazy love, and I have a son Bateman's age, so whenever a young man speaks highly of his mom, it just touches me, because I can totally relate. So anyway, he pretty much said one of the things that propelled him to overcome his physical injury and the mental aspect of it as well was witnessing his mom, throughout the years overcome so many hurdles that life threw her way. And if she could push through it time and time again, he definitely could get through what he was going through, And granted, he said that was his first injury, in being an athlete. So, it really hit him, it just dragged him down. And then, throw on top the media and the fans, who probably couldn't even run a mile, they were just going in on him. So I can relate to that part too. But he said his mom is his champion, and he's her champion. So kudos to his mom. I'm not sure of her name, but kudos, mom. And he also gave his QB mad crazy respect and love. He spoke so highly of Lamar and spoke of his on the field leadership and the trust that they both have in each other. And that's how the chemistry is and the bond is built. You have to have trust in each other. And so he said he considers Lamar the boss man. And he did acknowledge Eric, John, and Steve. But as it pertains to him having his first breakout year, which ultimately led to him getting his third extension with the Baltimore Ravens worth over $34 million, he said, and I'm not going to quote, but I think it was something like this in Lamar's words, "I'm going to get you paid this year." And he did just that. Bake got paid. This is his third contract, and he's the first Ravens wide receiver to even get a second contract. He's on his third. So of course, Bate did his part too, but and it's well deserved. It's well deserved. And hopefully he'll have a great season, another breakout year, even better year, and avoid injuries as well. And another thing he mentioned was, what really stood out to me was he spoke of how some of his family members were the worst when it came to the media ridicule and fighting, when it came to him fighting through his adversity, which is pretty much his injury, and then he had death in his family, a couple deaths in his family. So, and it all hit him at once. So that can be hard. And then he's so young, so that's going to be really hard. But he said that his family members gave him the blues, even more so than the public, or maybe it just touched him more because that was his blood. So anyway, I'm getting off my topic. So he said he fought through adversity and on and off the field. And it's bad enough that the sports media and the keyboard warriors go off on athletes and just people in general, they go off on, but to have it come from your own blood is it's menacing, it's crazy. I can't imagine my family dragging me like that. I don't know, but it's almost impossible to shake it off when it's everywhere you turn. And I'm happy he found his peace and can now sit back and just laugh at the foolishness, because it's foolishness. People feel so emboldened to say what they want to say, and especially right now, they feel so emboldened, like they're entitled. No, that's not, no. Athletes are humans, they're just performing their jobs. Like we go to our jobs, and, anyway, let me stay on topic. So this was a great sit down. So please, if you haven't already, check out Bateman's interview with the Ravens Lounge podcast. It was dope. I enjoyed it. And he spoke on a lot of other, it wasn't a really long interview. And he did touch on his fashion, the fashion aspect of his life. And I think he has a couple brands or something going on. But he spoke about the team, but you go listen to it, go watch it yourself. Listen to it, watch it, whatever, it's on the Ravens YouTube page. But This is not Ravens related. It's Buffs related, Colorado Buffs related as it pertains to Travis Hunter. So shout out to Travis Hunter for blazing the trail for the rookies in their contracts. And I'm going to read his contract deal. It's a record breaking deal, not so much as far as the money, but the guarantee part of it for a rookie. So I think it's the first time it's ever been done. And I'm sure there's going to be some people next season if they have his abilities, because he's talented. He's definitely an athlete. So and it reads as such. Let me read this because I'll just ramble on and on. And so Travis Hunter signed a record-breaking rookie contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars after being selected as the second overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The 4-year deal is worth $46.65 million with an unprecedented $30.5 million signing bonus that is being paid upfront, according to the New York Times. Whew, can you imagine? This makes Hunter the first non-quarterback not selected first overall to receive his entire signing bonus upfront, according to ESPN. Here's a more detailed breakdown. And I got this from AI, from Siri AI. So credit to Siri AI. So here's a more detailed breakdown. The contract value is $46.65 million over 4 years. The signing bonus is $30.5 million paid in full at signing. Can you imagine? Unprecedented. Hunter is the first non-quarterback drafted outside of the first overall pick to receive the entire signing bonus up front, according to ESPN. Two-way player. Hunter plans to play both wide receiver and cornerback for the Jaguars. Now that I would like to see because he's so tiny. I mean, he's tall, but he's tiny. And those DBs are gonna. Well, he's a DB, but so I don't know how. Well, anyway, let me stay on point. So, Jaguars draft position, second overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Previous college success, Heisman Trophy winner, and two-way star at Colorado. Jaguars motivation. The Jaguars traded up to acquire Hunter from the Cleveland Browns. Dumb. That organization is just so ass backwards. Anyway, the Jaguars traded up to acquire Hunter, indicating a strong belief in his ability. As I mentioned earlier in another video, well done, Coach Prime. Well done. Kudos to Coach Prime. Kudos to Coach Prime for putting those young men on display, because wherever Coach Prime goes, the media follows. So whether you are an opposing team playing the Colorado Buffs or you're playing for Colorado Buffs, you're going to be seen. You're going to have eyeballs on you. You're going to be dragged through the media and you're going to be praised by the media, but you will be seen. And so that is a great organization to go to just for that. And then Dion is not a gatekeeper. He's going to share. He's going to drop some gems. He's going to prepare you for the media ridicule. He's going to prepare you for life, financially, mentally, preparing these young men to go out into the world and be ready to give the world, to do their part respectfully. If I'm making any sense. I'm going off topic again. But the Colorado Buffs had 4 draft picks. And I think altogether they had 10 athletes that signed contracts or playing or trying to get on a team. So that's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm so happy for those young men and for Prime. Coach Prime. Yep. But that's it. That's all. Like, share, subscribe, tap that notification bell. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out, flock.